In the Amazon, there are rivers so dark that even in broad daylight, you cannot see what is moving beneath the surface. And along the Madeira River, locals have been warning outsiders about something enormous living in those waters. Something fishermen claim can appear beside a boat without making a sound. Something people have seen moving under the surface, only seconds before disappearing again into the mud-colored current. At first, it sounds like a legend, until you see the videos. Because in this river, the danger does not come from what you can see. It comes from what is waiting below, close enough to strike before you even realize it is there. To understand the fear, you first have to understand the river. The Madera is the largest tributary of the Amazon, a single waterway that stretches more than 2,000 miles from the Bolivian Andes down through the heart of Brazil. It carries roughly 15% of all the water in the entire Amazon basin. In some stretches, it runs more than half a mile wide, and during the rainy season, it swells until the forest itself vanishes underwater. But the real danger of the Madera is not its size, it is its color. The river runs heavy with sediment, a churning mud-brown current that swallows the light just inches below the surface. According to the people who fish it every day, you can wade in up to your waist and still not see your own feet. Whatever shares that water with you, you will never see it coming. And something does share that water with them. Along those banks, the warnings have been passed down for generations. The riverside communities, known as the Ribeirinhos, speak of a predator that rules the deep channels. They describe an animal that can reach the length of a small boat, one that lies motionless on the bottom for hours, waiting. One that, they say, does not give second chances. For a long time, the outside world brushed these accounts aside as the usual tall tales of remote fishing villages, stories that grow a little larger with every retelling. If river mysteries like this are the only reason you're here, subscribing is what keeps them coming, and what's ahead is exactly the kind of case that earns it. Because the Ribeirinhos were not exaggerating, the creature they describe is entirely real. It has a name, and it happens to be the single largest predator in the whole Amazon. The animal the Ribeirinhos fear has a name, the black caiman. Melanosuchus in nature, and it's not a creature of folklore. It is the largest predator in the entire Amazon River basin, and the biggest member of the alligator family alive today. It gets its name from its skin, a deep, slate-black hide that turns nearly invisible in dark water. That color is not an accident. It allows the animal to vanish during night hunts, and it absorbs heat from the sun like a solar panel. But the most unsettling part is how old this design really is. The crocodilian body plan, the flat skull, the armored back, the eyes set high above the waiting jaw, has remained almost unchanged for over 200 million years. This is an animal whose ancestors shared the planet with dinosaurs, watched them disappear, and simply kept hunting. And the longer you look at one, the more you understand why the people on the river never quite relax around the water. Because the first thing everyone wants to know about the black caiman is the same thing the legends always exaggerate: its size. Here is where the truth and the legend part ways. The viral videos along the Madera love to claim monsters of 20 feet or more. Science tells us a more measured story. And it is still terrifying. According to researchers, most adult black caimans run between roughly 7 and 14 feet long. Large males commonly reach 13 feet. And in exceptional cases, confirmed specimens have grown past 16 feet, longer than a pickup truck, and tip the scales at close to 1,000 pounds. That makes the black caiman not just the apex of the river, but one of the largest reptiles in the entire Western Hemisphere, the kind of animal that, fully grown, has no natural predator at all. So when a riverino says he saw something the size of a small boat slip beneath his canoe, he may not be exaggerating as much as the outside world assumed. He may simply be describing a fully grown male doing exactly what it was built to do. And what it was built to do is hunt in a way that makes it almost impossible to escape. Watch a black caiman hunt, and you understand the fear in a single moment. Its eyes and nostrils sit on the very top of its head. That means it can sink its entire body underwater and leave only those 2 points exposed. Breathing, watching, completely hidden in a current that already hides everything. To anything at the surface, it looks like nothing. A ripple, a floating log. At night, it gets worse. The black caiman has a reflective layer behind its eyes, the same feature that makes a cat's eyes shine in headlights. Shine a flashlight across the Madera after dark, and the water can light up with pairs of glowing red points, each one an animal watching back. It does not chase. It waits. It can hold position on the bottom for hours, perfectly still, until prey comes close to the edge. Then it strikes with a force few animals on Earth can match. A bite estimated among the most powerful ever measured in the animal kingdom. Strong enough to crush bone and drag a struggling animal under before it can react. Capybaras, deer, fish, birds, even other predators. To a black caiman, they are all the same. And on the Madera, the fishermen have learned this the hard way. Which is exactly why, in recent years, they have started filming. The accounts stopped being legends the moment phones reached the river. In the videos that now circulate from the Madera and its surrounding waters, you can watch it happen in real time. A massive shape surfaces beside a small boat, a head alone the length of a man's arm, and the people on board go silent, then start shouting. In one widely shared clip, a kayaker feels something strike the bottom of his hull from below. He looks down. Then it happens again. Whatever it is curious. It is testing him. In another, a drone catches a swimmer in open water, completely unaware, while a dark shape moves through the current behind him. According to those who filmed it, the animal was small that day. Had it been a full-grown adult, they say, the outcome would not have been the same. What these clips share is the thing that the riverinians warned about all along. The animal appears without warning, makes no sound, and is already beside you before anyone realizes it is there. And that silence is the reason the river has a darker reputation than the videos alone can explain. Here is where honesty matters. Black caimans do not hunt humans. Attacks are genuinely rare, and most of the time the animal wants nothing to do with a person at all. But rare is not the same as never. According to those who study these encounters, the risk rises sharply in one specific situation: near fishing communities, in narrow channels and murky shallows, where people in large caimans are forced into the same small stretch of water. A startled animal, a defended nest, a fisherman who steps into the wrong shadow at the wrong moment. Riverinians have a simple rule, passed down for generations: never swim in water when you don't know what lives in it. It is advice born from loss, and it points to the single most disturbing truth about the black caiman, the one fact that turns this from a story about a big reptile into something far harder to forget. For most of the last century, the black caiman was vanishing. Its black hide was so valuable to the leather trade that hunters killed them by the millions. By some estimates, as much as 99% of the entire population was wiped out. For a while, it seemed the monster of the Madera might quietly disappear for good. It didn't. Protected at last, the black caiman has been clawing its way back. And here is the part that should make you look twice at that brown water. The animals are returning to the same channels people fish, swim, and cross every single day. And the ones returning first are the survivors. The old, the cautious, the enormous. The exact individuals that learned over decades how to never be seen. Think about what that means. The largest black caimans, the 16-foot, near 1,000-pound males, are not the ones thrashing into the viral videos. They are the ones no camera ever watches. They are too patient, too still, too good at being invisible in water that already hides everything. So the true horror of the Madera was never the animal in the footage. It is the one that isn't. The river is not emptying of its monsters. It is filling back up with them, bigger than before, in water you cannot see into, close enough to strike before you even know they are there. So what really moves beneath the Madera? A recovering species finally reclaiming its home? Or a predator that has simply learned to wait in one place we can never look, the dark water right beneath our feet? According to the science, a black caiman is no myth, but the river, as always, keeps the rest to itself. If this case got under your skin, the next one will stay with you even longer. That video is right here on the screen, and it's the kind of story you don't forget.